Okay, today we're going to do equations practice. And I like this one because you're going to have to explain why you do what you do. All right? So first one is what is an equation? And it is a mathematical statement that shows that two expressions are equal. And you will see an equal sign, okay? If there's not an equal sign, you know that it's not an equation, it's an expression. Right, what is a solution? Any value that makes an equation true. Or sometimes they say balanced. So it's equal on each side. When substituted for the variable. The next one we're going to do is check if x equals 2 is a solution to the equation 3x minus 5 equals 1. So we're going to do 3x minus 5 equals 1. We're going to substitute x for 2. So 3 times 2 minus 5 equals 1. And we're going to put a question mark here because we really don't know yet. So here we have 3 times 2 because remember, this is multiplication. So 6 minus 5, does it equal 1? 6 minus 5 is 1 equals 1. So yes, x equals 2 is a solution. So when you give an answer on a test, this is a complete answer. Okay? The next one we're going to do is check if x4 is a solution. I'm just going to bring the paper up a little bit to make sure you can see it. And 7 plus x equals 21. 7 plus x, and we're going to substitute x equals 4, so 7 plus 4, equals 21, and we're questioning this, right? 7 plus 4 is 11, and it does not equal 21. Now, we just can't leave it like this on a test. We have to say, no, x equals 4 is not a solution. Okay? So we have to use communication. So solve each equation here. So we're going to do remember, if you see a number here, it's going to be a plus sign. So we're going to do minus 12 to both sides. And I like to make this t squared. So 23 minus 12 is 11. These cross out, we bring down the x, and x equals 11. Same here, I'm going to make the x squared here. The equal sign goes here. So this is multiplication, 3 times x. So we're going to divide by 3. This crosses out, and x equals 16 divided by 3. And I'm going to get my calculator. And we're going to do 16 divided by 3 is 5.3 with that continuing, repeating decimal. Now here we have, I'm going to put this a little bit lower because I think we're going to have to use a little bit more room. And we have x plus 2 times 5. So we are going to do x plus 2 divided by 5. And remember, we have to multiply both sides. Okay, so 5 gets crossed off here, and so we end up with 15, and then we have 5 times, we have x plus 10, okay, because you have to 5 times x, 5 times 2, and it's divided by 5, so this becomes divided by 5, and I should have brought this down further. So we have x plus 2 equals 15, and then we have to do minus 2, minus 2. This becomes 13. This crosses out, so x equals 13. So 5 times x is 5x, but when you divide it by 5, it becomes 1x. 5 times 2 is 10, divided by 5 is 2. So that's where we get the 1x plus 2. Okay, just want to make sure I was clear. Then we're going to bring down this, and we're going to add 5 to both sides because this is subtraction, the inverse is addition, plus 5, and this becomes 18. This crosses off, so 2x. Now this is multiplication, 2 times x, so we're going to divide both sides by 2, and then we cross this off, so x, and 18 divided by 2 is 9. Okay, and remember, you can pause if you need to look at the other work. Okay, now we're going to flip it over, and we are going to combine or simplify each expression by combining like terms. So 7x minus 4x. So I'm going to take 7 minus 4 is 3x. 8 times x is 8x. 8 times negative 3 is negative 24. Okay, so then we're going to do this one, and I like to make the arrows because it makes me know what to do. So negative 5 times 2 is negative 10x. Negative 5 times 6 is negative 30 plus 2x. So now what we're going to do is we see 2x here and 2x here. So negative 2x plus 2 is negative 8x. So it's negative 8x minus 30. Okay? And this one, we're going to do 8x and 3x are the same, and negative 2 and 5 are the same. So 8 and 3 is 11x, and 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay? So if we do 8x plus 3x gives you 11x, and if we have 5, which is positive, and we have a negative 2, that gives us a positive 3. All right? Now down here, we're going to solve the equation using each step. So we're going to do 8x minus 4x minus 6x plus 3 equals 5. We took this equation and we put it right here. So we're going to combine all these x's, add, so it's 8x, actually minus 4x minus 6x. So it becomes minus 2x plus 3 equals 5. And then I'm going to explain what I did. I took the given equation and I combined like terms. So then we have negative 2x plus 3 equals 5. So we want to get the variable by itself. So the inverse of addition is subtraction. So I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. These cross out, it's negative 2x equals 2. So here, what did I do? I used the inverse of addition, which is subtraction, to undo the 3. Okay, so the next step is we have negative 2x equals 2, and then we're going to divide, because negative 2 times x is multiplication. We're going to divide both sides. So these cross out. X equals negative 1 because it's divided by a negative. All right. And what did I do? I used the inverse of multiplication, which is division, to undo the negative 2 from the variable. Okay. Then we have x equals negative 1, and this is the solution. Okay. Not a here, not a here. Right, now we're going to flip the page over, and we're going to do the next equation. And this is 3x plus 7 equals 18. So we're going to have to, now, let's see. There's different ways you can do this. I'm going to distribute the property first. So I'm going to do 3x plus 21 equals 18. So I'm going to say I used the distributive property. Okay, so now we have 3x plus 21 equals 18. Now we have addition here, so the inverse is 21. So this becomes a negative because 21 is bigger than 18. So it's negative 3, and this becomes 3x. So I used the inverse property of addition, which was subtraction, to remove 21 from the left side. Okay, so now we have 3x equals negative 3. Now this is multiplication, so we're going to use the inverse of multiplication, which is division. So these cross out, and x equals negative 1. All right, so I used the inverse property of multiplication, which was division, to remove the 3 from the variable.